All right, so Vertex is one of my favorite companies, not as a stock to buy, but one of my favorite companies that I look up to. I like ImmunoGen. I think it's probably a double, but it's a very preliminary investigation. So conviction level of 3. See, that's the thing. That's what Cramer has to do to save his reputation, to improve his standing. He's got to be like, I like the stock, conviction level 2. I like the stock, conviction level 10. Big time. Then he's got to press a button. Conviction. Size it up. He's got to like press different buttons. Because, you know, and the biggest button he should always be pressing is, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's less exciting. I'm really not sure. I can't say for certain. Decision under uncertainty is rather difficult. That doesn't get the ad clicks, you know. Yeah, Vertex has like the greatest business of all time, selling little M&Ms for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Look at the margins, the actual cost of running their business, right? 2.4 billion of revenue, about 2.0 billion of operating income. 20 divided by 24. You do the math, right? You do the math. That's good money. That's 80% operating margins. Yeah, I would read the Barry Worth books, yeah. No, so for Vertex, gross profit minus SG&A, is their operating income. You know, I'm excluding the R&D because that R&D doesn't contribute to their business. So even with the R&D, they have 50% operating margins. Look, I'm so beautiful. Wow, it's amazing. Yeah, so really amazing business Vertex has. 50% operating margin, even with that crazy R&D spend. It's like greatest business of all time. Now, it's not the greatest business of all time because patent will expire. Rest in peace when that patent expires. It won't be for another 15 years, so they're straight. It's amazing they had this interest income, $122 million. It must be from all the Fed raising interest rates. They're making more money on interest income than a lot of companies are making on drugs. They a bank. Yeah, so the pain med is the big one. I've been talking about this pain drug for years. Before I was even locked up, I was talking about it, but it's been a long odyssey. They've switched up which drug they wanted to put into phase 3 several times, and now they finally have decided which molecule will be the chosen one that will make us all addicted to treat a new generation of pain sufferers and replace OxyContin once and for all. Yeah, it's all coming from that growing cash pile plus the higher interest rates. It's pretty funny. All right, so Trikafta looks like it's slowed down. Last 3 quarters have not really grown at all, and that makes sense. It's for cystic fibrosis. Why would you find more and more cystic fibrosis patients, right? They've kind of hit their peak. So I think that makes sense. My favorite drug of all time is probably Rituxan. All right, so Vertex, even with the R&D, man, I don't want to include that R&D. Without the R&D, making about $7 billion, so 10 times earnings. 10 times earnings without that R&D. In high school, you was the cash flow, homie. Wait, wrong lyrics. I think it could be, it's probably, like Vertex is such a big company. It's hard for it to be like great long because it's like, what are you going to do? Double your money? But they only put out bangers. Okay, so they got 522. That's the mRNA. That'll be interesting. Let's go to the most recent. Let's look at the pipeline a little bit. So exa-cel has been filed globally. Vanza data in 2023 or 2024 really. And 548, that's the big one. This is the drug that could be the next OxyContin. In a good way, not a bad way. A real pain drug that could be a $5 billion, $10 billion, $20 billion new medicine. Non-opioid, of course. It's weird. I figured they'd have a name for it. But they're still calling it 548. A little bizarre. Yeah, this could be such a big drug. Remember Lyrica? No, there they are. They're comparing it to Lyrica and Neurontin. And those drugs didn't even work, and they sold billions. They're kind of going after like the low-hanging fruit first, yeah, against APAP, hydrocodone. Oh yeah, they don't have that many studies. Bunionectomy. They should do more trials. The FSGS drug won't sell too well. Yeah, Hunter, you know, they're not doing it for, that's why, if I were them, I would have tackled the pain drug in severe conditions like yours instead of like the generic multi-million number of patients with pain. Yo, Pan is off the market now.